In this video, we will solve this confidence interval example problem. So we measured the length of a piece of paper every day for 5 days, the same paper and the same ruler. And this is the data that we got. Day 1, it was 28 centimeters. Day 2, 27.9. Day 3, 27.8. Day 4, 27.5. And day 5, 28.3. Now the reason why it's off, maybe you're in a rush or something, so that's why it's off. And so we're asking, calculate the 90% confidence interval. And so let's get started. So the first thing that we will do in order to get the 90% confidence interval is get the average. And so the average, we simply add up these 5 numbers. So we have 28 plus 27.9 plus 27.8 plus 27.5 plus 28.3. And we divide by the number of experiments. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we divide by n, which is 5. Now this will give us 27.9. This is average. Next, we will calculate the standard deviation. So the standard deviation is equal to the square root, this whole square root, parentheses, we take 28, the first number, minus average, 27.9. We close parentheses, we square it, plus, next number, 27.9 minus 27.9. We close parentheses, we square it. Next, add 27.8. 27.8 minus 27.9. We close it, and we square it. Plus, we have 27.5 minus 27.9. Close parentheses, squared. Finally, plus 28.3 minus 27.9, close parentheses, squared. Finally, we'll do n minus 1. We have 5 terms, so 5 minus 1. Now, the 5 minus 1, we're also including in our square root. And so I'll show you what I mean using my calculator. So it will look something like this, where the square root applies to the numerator and the denominator. And we got 0.2915. So this right here is equal to 0.2915. Now this is our standard deviation. Now to get the confidence interval, the formula is this. The average plus or minus our t-test times standard deviation divided by the square root of n. So the average, we know it was 27.9 plus or minus. Now the t comes from a table. And so that's a degree of freedom. So we have n is equal to 5 because we have 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Degree of freedom is 1 less. So we say 5 minus 1, we get 4. 4 corresponds to 2.132 for 90% confidence. So we write that down for t. So t is 2.132 parentheses times standard deviation, which was 0.2915. divided by the square root of n. We have 5 terms, so divided by square root of 5. Now this will equal 27.9 plus or minus 0.3. Now this is the answer for the 90% confidence interval, and that's all we need to do for this problem.